Now we got to get this down there to the other delivery point because we're bringing the next load on the bed of a sideboard semi. We're just going to load them onto this thing only to turn them in. It's impossible to turn with one of these things attached to you, so you have to always detach from it, turn. This is a massive truck. I'll just drag that behind for a while. Look at this view from up here. It's very tippy in this spot. It's a little bit easier without a load. Diff locks make a whole lot of difference. I'm just going to stop down here and grab some fuel. That's a full tank. Let's go ahead and reattach this trailer. Let's get a look at this map and see where we're going. Maybe put some marks on it. That should do it. Here's our It's not getting a whole lot of traction in auto. My gear does pretty good. It might be a little bouncy though. I missed my turn. Okay, we're back on the road now. You hardly get any traction in auto. I'm not really for sure if it's easier to pull it like this or to just hook it up. I'm gonna just hook it up normally and see if it's any different. The only difference I can tell is it just gives it a wider turning radius. You just gotta detach it before you turn around. And of course it always has the ability to get snagged on something. Basically, instead of taking 4 trips, we're going to be taking 1 trip to each station with this truck, and 1 trip with the sideboard semi to each location also, because I'm going to take 2 loads in each sideboard semi, and it'll be 2 trips with it. Let's stop here and refuel right quick. That's a full tank. Let's get back to the bush. That was solid. This is almost like a sleigh ride. We made it. Now let's go find out where we left that other truck. We'll just recover and put a saddle low and a log crane on it. I always sell the stuff that I'm not using at the moment because I might actually need that cash. That should do it. Okay, let's grab us a sideboard semi-trailer. Okay, let's mark the map. That should get us there. Now we need to just bring our fuel truck down to where the intersection is going to be. We'll just use this pole as a guardrail. He got squirrely with me and tried to slide right off the road. Right here is where we're leaving it at. Okay, let's go get some logs. I'm just gonna use this pole to slide my trailer around. I'm just gonna top off on fuel before we head out into the bush. Whoops, I forgot to take it out of high. We have to make this trip twice. I thought about pulling a second sideboard semi behind me, but that would just be way too tippy. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the quickest way to get it done. Getting 2 loads and then come back for another 2 loads. A sideboard semi-trailer could hold 3 loads, but that's not going to do us much good because we got to have 4, and splitting it up into 2 runs, it'll just make it less weight, probably a little bit quicker. This truck really isn't too bad on fuel. I always dread pulling these sideboard semi-trailers because they just get hung on everything. You just have to be super careful with them. It's a pretty good long ways from the garage to the portal. It's probably not going to be much slower than this coming back fully loaded. I mean, with 2 loads of logs on here. Did I mark a shortcut here? Because that's not on the road. I'm probably gonna regret this one. Yeah, I regret it. Don't come in here because it's full of stumps. I'm hanging a stump so bad, I'm gonna have to call the Tatarin to come and help. I had to detach the trailer, pull it out first, flip the truck over to get it out of the stumps, and then pull it out and turn it back over on its wheels. If you ever get the idea to take a shortcut through that valley, just don't try it. I don't remember this spot being that slick before. I must have caused it pulling all that stuff across it. But we're back on the road again now. We're rolling. It really is struggling to get going. That looks tippy. That crane really isn't that heavy though, until you get a log on it. That's why it looks like it's going to tip you over sometimes and it don't. Actually, it's prevented me from flipping a few times. I just use it by pushing it into the dirt in front of me to keep it from flipping. Or sometimes when I'm going between a bunch of rocks, I'll just set it out and rake it across the rocks. We're in the level now. We should be able to make better time. Maybe put it in the high and save some fuel. Low plus goes good, so high might. It's doing it. You just gotta watch these trees. That trailer just sticks to them whenever it touches them. We're driving across the peak. Right on the edge. If I change my view and look down, I'll probably get nervous and wreck it. I might show you on the way back with a load, but it's pretty steep. This super snow is just hard to get through. We have a lot of wheels pulling though. We got 3 axles in the rear and 2 in the front. Ten-wheel drive. See, that tree's in a bad spot too. I guess it would be good if you needed it to winch with, but it's a real dangerous spot to pull one of these semis. A sideboard semi-trailer gets hung on tiny little trees like that real easy. I'm gonna have to remark this because somehow I missed my mark. Well, I stalled it. Forgot to put it in auto again. I can get it back up in the high right over here. I needed a short little launch pad. We'll stop by here and grab some fuel. I think I'll move that fuel tank a little closer to this road so I can get to it easier. That should be a good spot for it. Okay, let's grab some fuel and get some logs. Flooded foothills. I guess we can just go straight across right here. Keep from going across the rocks. I see tire tracks. Oh. I'm gonna have to call the Tuz. 420. If I can't get out like this, I'm gonna have to call the Tuz 420. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'll just skip the travel time and start from the portal. I think my main problem was I was trying to go too fast. If I would have went slow, I think it would have went all the way across. I know that BOAR will, but it has bigger wheels on it. See, this ice at the bottom here is sort of hard. As soon as that trailer went off into that soft stuff, it stuck. But I was going too fast. It busted it. If I would have just barely been creeping, I think it would have went across. I'm just going to put this trailer back on. If I would have been able to drive out, I would have winched to that trailer and pulled it out. and put it back on, but since I had to go get the tuz, I'll go ahead and attach this and pull it all out with the tuz 420. That tuz 420 is a lifesaver. Not the candy kind, but the real deal kind. It has a lot of weight, and that helps. I guess its only downfall is you can't take it into deep water, and you can't put chains on it. Other than that, it's all you need. It's the best scout ever. It's sinking up. I guess we better stay right where we are. This tuz 420 is pretty heavy. It'll pull it out. Yeah, I cut the travel out because you already saw me come down that road once, and you're going to be seeing it going back. But yeah, we're going to have to find a spot to go across over here, because if we need that tuz 420 to pull us back across, we need to be closer to that road. I see some hard spots in it. The shiny places are the deeper ice. It's sort of like those narrow bridge things that were out in the last map we were on. I mean, not the last map, the last region. Lake Coved. It had one of those. Of course, we probably won't ever be going back there unless we forgot an upgrade that we might go back for, or they may add an upgrade that we have to go back for. That would probably be one of the only reasons. Oh, I done did it again. I gotta back out of here. I see a hard spot over there to my left. That's a little bit shallow. A little bit too shallow. If you go slow, it usually will not break. But you have to go really slow. Okay, I'm on the hard stuff now. I can hammer. But yeah, if you hit it wrong, you'll sink in every time. I just thought I was going to go through there in high gear, but I was proven wrong quickly. I'm going to do a circle. That should make it easier to load. And of course I'll 2x speed the loading because it takes so long. It would be agonizingly slow to watch. The crane doesn't really move that fast. And I'm not that great of an operator either, so I'm going to speed it up. But we just need to put 6 logs in here. That's 2 loads we could fit 9, but it's gonna take 2 trips anyways. So we'll split it up half and half and take it where it needs to go. We'll take 2 trips. Because we gotta move that BOAR again. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna have to change the time. That's 1 load of long logs. Let's put 3 more out on the platform. that's 2 loads, and that's all we need for this trip.